I started dance around 6 years ago, and I came to South Coast Performing Arts because of my friend Sierra.
I met Cristan my freshman year, and I dragged him into the studio, and only 6 years later, he is advanced beyond his years. I've never seen somebody grow so fast and be able to do what he does because he's just so hardworking.
At first, I just did it because I thought it was fun. I thought it was a good sort of exercise, but dance, it's so controversial between a sport and an art, and then I fell in love with it for the art reason. Besides the sport or the art of dance, you learn a lot of discipline in your classes, a lot of respect with your teachers, and we do have mandatory ballet hours we have to take in dance. Back in the day, if ballet was so structured and so much discipline was behind it. So I think going through ballet and having so many different teachers, you learn discipline through how they give you corrections, and just even besides dance, your social life too, and having a relationship with them helped shape you also as a person and to discipline you through life. And you can ask any questions you want, even if it is dance related.
This studio has always given me a place to be who I want to be, and I think that in itself, not even talking about dance, made me stay and continue dancing. I grew up at South Coast Performing Arts, and my teacher and director, Talia Sarah Bradley, has been the most influential person in my life. She always has pushed us to be better people, and I think that is the reason why I've been here so long. Not just because of the dancing, but because of who they shape you and who they want you to be. They want you to be good people. They want you to be like a family and supportive, and that I think is the most important thing. I think my parents kind of just put me and my sister into dance because it was a good way to get out our energy, and we've always been really into the arts, and my dad always took us to musicals and plays. And when I was 13, my aunt took me to a musical. It was a tradition that I went up to Northern California, and so she took me to see Billy Elliot. And Billy Elliot is about a little boy who wants to be a ballerina, and then he finds a way to express himself through ballet. Something about it just made me realize that I wanted to be a dancer for the rest of my life.
Sierra is a phenomenal dancer, and she wants to take dance to the next level, especially going through college and trying to find herself through her years of dance and figuring out who she is as a dancer, period. But watching her evolve over the years, she's turned out to be a phenomenal and amazing and beautiful dancer, and I couldn't be any more proud of her.
Dance has shaped me as a person in so many ways, but being able to be myself and express myself through moving and through speaking. I dance for so many reasons, but one of the main reasons is because it's the only place where I really feel I can be completely myself without any, being myself unapologetically. Dance is the only place where I feel that way, and I love that.
Dance changed my life a lot because I got to meet really cool people that I can call my family and that support and love me a lot, and I've created lots of memories with them.
My first memory of dance is actually a picture. The picture is of me at some family gathering, and I'm wearing a tiara and a tutu, and I'm wearing my grandma's heels, and I remember just always putting on shows for my family. Whether it was dance or acting or piano, which I sucked at. But I think just ever since I was a kid, I was dancing, I was moving. I dance anywhere I can. Honestly, I go to my friend Christian's house a lot, and I dance in his garage. I'm not gonna lie.
Outside the studio, I do have my own garage dance room kind of thing.
We spend a lot of time in there, whether it's goofing off or really actually training me. He will put weights on my feet and make me do turns.
But before I didn't have that, I would always stretch in my room. I would do a lot of little technique things with exercises that I would do on my own, because you can never stop training. You always keep practicing. Practice makes perfect.
We didn't start actually dancing together in a group until
Senior year.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be in a group of dancers, of 10 or 15, 20. You could do a solo, duo, or trio, but having a duo, there's a relationship, chemistry, a character behind it. And even if we were hey, let's do jazz, there's always a story.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. When we started doing choreography, something just clicked, and we knew okay, we have to do this duo. And so I think connecting with one single person, just when you're dancing, is really special.
As a judge's point of view, you sit at a competition 3 days during your weekend sitting there watching hundreds of numbers
And
going in
blank
front
faces.
of you. And you're just like, you know what I mean? You're just staring at numbers, and like dance, there's so much more than just like, oh, hey, my leg is like all the way up here, or I could turn this many times. But they forget that in real company work and like past competition years, because these are judges who are older, who've been there, there's a story that they want to see that people forget about.
And people can relate to a relationship more
Yeah.
than they can like somebody whipping their leg behind their head.
Yeah.
And I think that when we started doing that, we were like, oh my gosh, we have to keep going. We have to keep like building this because we could like take this places. Like we're good together.